Good morning, everybody. Once again, welcome to IEPAS 2016. I'm Ozerdem. I'm the president of CESRAN International, and it's a really great pleasure to organize the third IEPAS conference. The previous 3 years we were in Trabzon, and then we were in Konya last year. Professor Cemre was our host in Konya. And as the president of CESRAN International, I'd like to thank a few institutions and individuals for making this event a reality. Let me start with the host organization, Kebras University, and Professor Aydın, director of Kebras University, and the team here, the excellent team, who've been working with us over a few months for the organization of this event. And I'm sure most of you have organized conferences, and I know that it's just such a time-consuming process, but it's really a worthwhile process too, in order to bring distinguished academics and researchers from different universities to come and discuss some really critical issues for Eurasian politics and society. I'd like to thank two other organizations, British Institute at Ankara and Center for International and Regional Studies at Gümrülyov Eurasian National University as our co-partners in this event. So what we do, we sort of travel as we do this conference every year. So as Professor Aydın said, he was with us in Konya last year, and we said, well, why don't we organize the event in Istanbul next year? So if there are any bidders for next year, please come and talk to us. We'll organize the Olympics-type bidding event for the next year's host place for next year. I'd like to thank our keynote speakers, Professor Mark Basson and Professor Oktay Tanrısever. Mark Basson is from Ozerdem University, and we've been trying to bring him to the conference over the last 3 years. And there's a history between Mark and I, and Özgür as the executive director of CESRAN, because Özgür started his doctorate with Mark and finished with me at the end. He started with an excellent academic and started the second class one, but even that's the reality and the what can we do? That was the reality. And I also worked with Oktay Tanrısever with a number of new projects together. So it's really a great pleasure to welcome you, both of you here in Istanbul. And 3 individuals from CESRAN I'd like to mention, thank them for their hard work. Dr. Özgür Tüfekçi, perhaps you can just stand up or raise your hand so people can see you. Professor Dr. Rahman Da, over there, and Dr. Hüsrev Tabak, you see here. Probably he is still working out there. And those 3 individuals from CESRAN International, they are the dynamos of the event, and they were the ones who put everything together. So let me just ask you for a round of applause to thank them for organizing this event. Now, really just to conclude my welcome remarks. Professor Aydın was talking about the experience of Eurasia over the last 25 years, the experience of independence. I was in Tajikistan a few weeks ago. I go to Tajikistan on a kind of regular basis over the last 3 years for an evaluation project that I undertake for the British government. And the project is, in fact, is somehow microcosm of the experience of many Eurasian countries, in a way. The project is trying to build cross-border management capacities between Tajikistan and Afghanistan. So you have a wide range of security issues there, development issues there. And those colleagues who've been to Tajikistan, once you are in Dushanbe, it's one reality. But then once you get to Korok, which is the border between Tajikistan and Afghanistan, that's a different reality. And the reality is that 15-hour journey on a very sort of bad road is quite demanding journey to get there. But once you get there, you see a number of things. To start with, you see the legacy of the Soviet era. So when you talk to people, there are people who are talking about the past, the Soviet times, as times that they were extremely happy because they had the infrastructure, they had services, they had a number of sort of what made life much easier for them. But obviously that region is an autonomous part and of Tajikistan. So there are a number of internal politics between Dubai, the autonomous region, and Dushanbe as the capital. And there are a number of social issues in the region. So there are primarily Tajik population. So one side of the border, Tajiks living in Tajikistan, and Tajiks living in Afghanistan. But for decades, they were isolated from each other. They had no contact with each other, although they were separated only by a river. You could see Afghan villages on the other side of the border, but they were cut off for decades. And I think that's another legacy of the Soviet times in many parts of Central Asian countries. In terms of security matters, people are really afraid of the ISIS element in the current context, but particularly narcotics, the human trafficking, and also another dimension with the Eurasian social problems, that there are many Tajik workers coming back from Russia back to Dubai, and they are unemployed, serious problems with their reintegration with the society. So the reason I'm telling you this is that in Tajikistan, as a microcosm of what the Central Independent States went through in Central Asia, I think there are so many matters and challenges faced by those countries today. Probably in comparison to other places, for example, in Africa or in neighboring Afghanistan, or what's happening in Syria today, the issues, the problems, especially in the space of security and stability, they are less problematic. But it's really important to address some of these root causes faced by many societies in the region. Therefore, this conference is really important to look at those issues, from the water security to the matters of diversity and reconciliation in many countries. So therefore, I'll stop here. Welcome once again to the conference, and I'd like to wish you all a very successful and fruitful conference. Thank you.